The great minds speak universal truths that guide generations. A beautiful form is better than a beautiful face, and a beautiful behavior than a beautiful form. Emerson. A beautiful object doth so much attract the sight of all men, that it is in no man's power not to be pleased with it. Clarendon. A beautiful woman is the hell of the soul, the purgatory of the purse, and the paradise of the eyes. Fontenelle. A belief in the Bible, the fruit of deep meditation, has served me as the guide of my moral and literary life. I have founded a capital safely invested and richly productive of interest. Goethe. A beneficent person is like a fountain watering the earth and spreading fertility. Epicurus. Abgründe liegen im Gemüte, die tiefer als die Hölle sind. There are abysses in the mind that are deeper than hell. Platon. Ab honesto virum bonum nihil deterret. Nothing deters a good man from what honor requires of him. Seneca. Abiet, excessit, evacit, eripit. He has left, gone off, escaped, broken away. Cicero, of Catiline's flight. Ability to discern that what is true, and that what is false, is the characteristic of intelligence. Swedenborg. A bitter and perplexed, what shall I do, is worse to man than worst necessity. Schiller. A blockhead can find more faults than a wise man can mend. Gaelic proverb. A blue stocking despises her duties as a woman, and always begins by making herself a man. Rousseau. A book may be as great a thing as a battle. Disraeli. A book should be luminous, but not voluminous. Beauvais. About Jesus, we must believe no one but himself. Amiel. Above all Greek, above all Roman fame. Pope. Above all things reverence thyself. Pythagoras. Above the cloud with its shadow is the star with its light. Victor Hugo. A brave man is clear in his discourse, and keeps close to truth. Aristotle. A brave spirit struggling with adversity is a spectacle for the gods. Seneca. Absence lessens weak and intensifies violent passions, as wind extinguishes a taper and lights up a fire. La Rochefoucauld. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Bailey. Absence of occupation is not rest. A mind quite vacant is a mind distressed. Cowper. Absolute fiends are as rare as angels, perhaps rarer. J.S. Mill. Absolute freedom is inhuman. Rahel. Absolute individualism is an absurdity. Amiel. Absolute nothing is the aggregate of all the contradictions of the world. Jonathan Edwards. Accuse not nature, she hath done her part, do thou thine. Milton. Accent is the soul of speech, it gives it feeling and truth. Rousseau. Accidents rule men, not men accidents. Herodotus. Act always so that the immediate motive of thy will may become a universal rule for all intelligent beings. Kant. Action is but coarsened thought. Amiel. Action is the right outlet of emotion. Ward Beecher. Actions speak louder than words. Proverb. Adaptiveness is the peculiarity of human nature. Emerson. A certain degree of soul is indispensable to save us the expense of salt. Ben Jonson. A circulating library in a town is an evergreen tree of diabolical knowledge. Sheridan. A crowd is not company. Bacon. A crown, golden in show, is but a wreath of thorns. Milton. A crown is no cure for the headache. Proverb. Ach, vielleicht indem wir hoffen, hat uns Unheil getroffen. Schiller. Ach, wie glücklich sind die Toten. Schiller. A creation of importance can be produced only when its author isolates himself. It is ever a child of solitude. Goethe. Act well your part. There all the honor lies. Pope. Above all Greek, above all Roman fame. Pope. Above all things reverence thyself. Pythagoras. Above the cloud with its shadow is the star with its light. Victor Hugo. A brave man is clear in his discourse and keeps close to truth. Aristotle. A brave spirit struggling with adversity is a spectacle for the gods. Seneca. A breath can make them, as a breath has made. Goldsmith. Absence lessens weak and intensifies violent passions, as wind extinguishes a taper and lights up a fire. La Rochefoucauld. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Bailey. Absence of occupation is not rest. A mind quite vacant is a mind distressed. Cowper. Absolute fiends are as rare as angels, perhaps rarer. J.S. Mill. Absolute freedom is inhuman. Rahel. Absolute individualism is an absurdity. Amiel. Absolute nothing is the aggregate of all the contradictions of the world. Jonathan Edwards. A certain degree of soul is indispensable to save us the expense of salt. Ben Jonson. A certain tendency to insanity has always attended the opening of the religious sense in men, as if they had been blasted with excess of light. Emerson. À chacun selon sa capacité, à chaque capacité selon ses œuvres. Everyone according to his talent, and every talent according to its works. French proverb, a change came o'er the spirit of my dream. Byron. A cheerful life is what the muses love, a soaring spirit is their prime delight. Wordsworth. A Christian is God Almighty's gentleman. Hare. A clear conscience is a sure card. Proverb. A combination and a form, indeed, where every god did seem to set his seal to give the world assurance of a man. Shakespeare. Hamlet. A conscience without God is a tribunal without a judge. Lamartine. A consistent man believes in destiny, a capricious man in chance. Disraeli. A constant fidelity in small things is a great and heroic virtue. Bonaventura. A constant friend is a thing hard and rare to find. Plutarch. A critic should be a pair of snuffers. He is often an extinguisher, and not seldom a thief. Hare. A crowd is not company. Bacon. A crown, golden in show, is but a wreath of thorns. Milton. A custom more honored in the breach than the observance. Shakespeare. Hamlet. A danger foreseen is half avoided. Proverb. A day may sink or save a realm. Tennyson. A day wasted on others is not wasted on oneself. Dickens. Above all Greek, above all Roman fame. Pope. Above all things, reverence thyself. Pythagoras. Above the cloud with its shadow is the star with its light. Victor Hugo. A brave man is clear in his discourse and keeps close to truth. Aristotle. A brave spirit struggling with adversity is a spectacle for the gods. Seneca. A breath can make them as a breath has made. Goldsmith. Absence lessens weak and intensifies violent passions, as wind extinguishes a taper and lights up a fire. La Rochefoucauld. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. Bailey. Absence of occupation is not rest. A mind quite vacant is a mind distressed. Cowper. Absolute fiends are as rare as angels, perhaps rarer. J.S. Mill. Absolute freedom is inhuman. Rahel. Absolute individualism is an absurdity. Amiel. Absolute nothing is the aggregate of all the contradictions of the world. Jonathan Edwards. A certain degree of soul is indispensable to save us the expense of salt. Ben Jonson. A certain tendency to insanity has always attended the opening of the religious sense in men, as if they had been blasted with excess of light. Emerson. À chacun selon sa capacité, à chaque capacité selon ses œuvres. Everyone according to his talent, and every talent according to its works. French proverb. A change came o'er the spirit of my dream. Byron. A cheerful life is what the muses love, a soaring spirit is their prime delight. Wordsworth. A Christian is God, Almighty's gentleman. Hare. A clear conscience is a sure card. Proverb. A combination, and a form indeed, where every god did seem to set his seal to give the world assurance of a man. Shakespeare. Hamlet. A conscience without God is a tribunal without a judge. Lamartine. A consistent man believes in destiny, a capricious man in chance. Disraeli. A constant fidelity in small things is a great and heroic virtue. Bonaventura. A constant friend is a thing hard and rare to find. Plutarch. A critic should be a pair of snuffers. He is often an extinguisher and not seldom a thief. Hare. A crowd is not company. Bacon. A crown, golden in show, is but a wreath of thorns. Milton. A custom more honored in the breach than the observance. Shakespeare. Hamlet. A danger foreseen is half avoided. Proverb. A day may sink or save a realm. Tennyson. A day wasted on others is not wasted on oneself. Dickens. A deity adored is joy advanced. A deity beloved is joy matured. W. M. Punchon. A diamond is a bit of charcoal that has been under pressure for 1,000,000 years. Henry Kissinger. A disciplined mind leads to happiness, and an undisciplined mind leads to suffering. Dalai Lama. A doubtful friend is worse than a certain enemy. Aesop. A fair exterior is a silent recommendation. Publilius Cyrus. A faithful friend is the true image of the deity. Napoleon Bonaparte. A fool flatters himself. A wise man flatters the fool. Bulwer Lytton. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Proverb. A friend is one who knows you and loves you just the same. Elbert Hubbard. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Chinese proverb. A good conscience is a continual Christmas. Benjamin Franklin. A good name is better than great riches. Proverb. A good reputation is more valuable than money. Publilius Cyrus. A great empire, like a great cake, is most easily diminished at the edges. Benjamin Franklin. A guilty conscience needs no accuser. Proverb. A happy family is but an earlier heaven. George Bernard Shaw. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. A light heart lives long. Shakespeare. Love's labor's lost. A little learning is a dangerous thing. Alexander Pope. A loving heart is the truest wisdom. Charles Dickens. A man is not idle because he is absorbed in thought. There is visible labor, and there is invisible labor. Victor Hugo. A man is rich in proportion to the number of things which he can afford to let alone. Henry David Thoreau. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing another mistake. Confucius. A man's character is his fate. Heraclitus. A man's manners are a mirror in which he shows his portrait. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. Marcus Aurelius. A mind once stretched by a new idea never regains its original dimensions. Oliver Wendell Holmes. Senior. A moment's insight is sometimes worth a life's experience. Oliver Wendell Holmes. Senior. A noble heart cannot suspect in others the pettiness and malice it has never felt. Jean Racine. A penny saved is a penny earned. Benjamin Franklin. A people that values its privileges above its principles soon loses both. Dwight D. Eisenhower. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Winston Churchill. A picture is a poem without words. Horace. A problem well stated is a problem half solved. Charles Kettering. A prudent question is one half of wisdom. Francis Bacon. A room without books is like a body without a soul. Cicero. A ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships are built for. John A. Shedd. A single sunbeam is enough to drive away many shadows. Francis of Assisi. A smile is the shortest distance between two people. Victor Borge. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him. David Brinkley. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. John Keats. A true friend is someone who is there for you when he'd rather be anywhere else. Len Wein. A very great vision is needed, and the man who has it must follow it as the eagle seeks the deepest blue of the sky. Crazy Horse. A well-educated mind will always have more questions than answers. Helen Keller. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. William James. Action is the foundational key to all success. Pablo Picasso. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Ralph Waldo Emerson. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. George Orwell. All great achievements require time. Maya Angelou. All happiness depends on courage and work. Honoré de Balzac. All men are prepared to accomplish the incredible if their ideals are threatened. Hermann Hesse. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. All the art of living lies in a fine mingling of letting go and holding on. Havelock Ellis. All the darkness in the world cannot extinguish the light of a single candle. Francis of Assisi. All the knowledge I possess everyone else can acquire, but my heart is all my own. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. All things are difficult before they are easy. Thomas Fuller. All truths are easy to understand once they are discovered. The point is to discover them. Galileo Galilei. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. J.R.R. Tolkien. Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Anne Lamott. An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. Mahatma Gandhi. And in the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. Abraham Lincoln. Anger is a wind which blows out the lamp of the mind. Robert Greene Ingersoll. Any fool can criticize, condemn, and complain, and most fools do. Dale Carnegie. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. Appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what is excellent in others belong to us as well. Voltaire. Art is the lie that enables us to realize the truth. Pablo Picasso. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so a life well spent brings happy death. Leonardo da Vinci. As I grow older, I pay less attention to what men say. I just watch what they do. Andrew Carnegie. As is our confidence, so is our capacity. William Hazlitt. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. John F. Kennedy. Associate yourself with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation, for 'tis better to be alone than in bad company. George Washington. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. Plato. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Winston Churchill. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. Ian McLaren. Be not afraid of life. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. William James. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. Coco Chanel. Before anything else, preparation is the key to success. Alexander Graham Bell. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Lao Tzu. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Abraham Lincoln. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Socrates. Blessed are those who give without remembering and take without forgetting. Elizabeth Bibesco. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Benjamin Franklin. Character is how you treat those who can do nothing for you. Unknown. Change your thoughts, and you change your world. Norman Vincent Peale. Challenges are what make life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Joshua J. Marine. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Mark Twain. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Albert Einstein. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. Don't count the days, make the days count. Muhammad Ali. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Dr. Seuss. Don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Babe Ruth. Don't raise your voice, improve your argument. Desmond Tutu. Don't wait, the time will never be just right. Napoleon Hill. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Susie Kassem. Dream big and dare to fail. Norman Vaughan. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. 80% of success is showing up. Woody Allen. Enjoy the little things, for one day you may look back and realize they were the big things. Robert Brault. Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. Will Rogers. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up. Pablo Picasso. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Harriet Tubman. Every moment is a fresh beginning. T.S. Eliot. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. George Adair. Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Henry Ford. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Martin Luther King Jr. Fall 7 times and stand up 8. Japanese proverb. Fear is only as deep as the mind allows. Japanese proverb. For every minute you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Friendship is born at that moment when one person says to another, "What, you too? I thought I was the only one." C.S. Lewis. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined. Henry David Thoreau. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Dalai Lama. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. C.S. Lewis. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Steve Jobs. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. Desmond Tutu. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thomas Edison. I would rather die of passion than of boredom. Vincent van Gogh. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Milton Berle. If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. Mother Teresa. Keep your face always toward the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. Walt Whitman. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Aristotle. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. Albert Einstein. Life is a journey that must be traveled no matter how bad the roads and accommodations. Oliver Goldsmith. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confucius. Life isn't about finding yourself, It's about creating yourself. George Bernard Shaw. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Mahatma Gandhi. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Albert Einstein. Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Albert Einstein. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. William Shakespeare. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. André Gide. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Aesop. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. Albert Einstein. Once you choose hope, anything's possible. Christopher Reeve. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. Albert Einstein. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Thomas Edison. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Martin Luther King Jr. Out of difficulties grow miracles. Jean de la Bruyere. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Vince Lombardi. Put your heart, mind, and soul into even your smallest acts. This is the secret of success. Swami Sivananda. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Norman Vincent Peale. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. Carl Sagan. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. Mother Teresa. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. Albert Einstein. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. Helen Keller. The best revenge is massive success. Frank Sinatra. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Lao Tzu. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Winston Churchill. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Dalai Lama. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Mahatma Gandhi. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Colin Powell. There is nothing impossible to they who will try. Alexander the Great. There is only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. Aristotle. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream, not only plan, but also believe. Anatole France. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. Eleanor Roosevelt. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. Oscar Wilde. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Maya Angelou. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones you did do. Mark Twain. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Oscar Wilde. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. Anais Nin. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Ralph Waldo Emerson. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Zig Ziglar. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and hang on. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Whoever is happy will make others happy too. Anne Frank. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Albert Einstein. You cannot shake hands with a clenched fist. Indira Gandhi. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Rabindranath Tagore. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Mae West. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift of God, which is why we call it the present. Bill Keane. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. A hero is someone who has given his or her life to something bigger than oneself. Joseph Campbell. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Lao Tzu. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. Mahatma Gandhi. A man's true wealth is the good he does in the world. Muhammad. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. Albert Einstein. A people that values its privileges above its principles soon loses both. Dwight D. Eisenhower. A smile is a curve that sets everything straight. Phyllis Diller. A single step, even the smallest, toward the unknown, is a step forward. Rainer Maria Rilke. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him. David Brinkley. A thing well done is a thing worth doing. Elbert Hubbard. A true friend is somebody who can make us feel better no matter how bad things may be. Ralph Waldo Emerson. A wife is a gift from God. The Bible. A woman is the full circle. Within her is the power to create, nurture, and transform. Diane Merrichild. Abandonment is the most difficult kind of loss. It is a rupture in the connection we feel with others. Sharon Salzberg. Absence sharpens love. Presence strengthens it. Thomas Fuller. Abuse is the weapon of the vulgar. Jonathan Swift.
Accept the challenges so that you can feel the exhilaration of victory. George S. Patton. Accuse not nature, she hath done her part, do thou thine. Milton. Action is the foundational key to all success. Pablo Picasso. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. William James. Act in such a way that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in the person of another, always at the same time as an end, and never merely as a means. Immanuel Kant. Action is the antidote to despair. Joan Baez. Actions are the seed of fate. Deeds grow into destiny. Harry S. Truman. Actions speak louder than words, but not nearly as often. Mark Twain. Adversity is the first path to truth. Lord Byron. Adversity is the diamond dust heaven polishes its jewels with. Thomas Carlyle. Adventure is worthwhile in itself. Amelia Earhart. Adversity makes men, and prosperity makes monsters. Victor Hugo. Effective sincerity is the heart of the matter. Emile Cioran. Affection is responsible for 9/10 of whatever solid and durable happiness there is in our lives. C.S. Lewis. All dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. All human beings should try to learn before they die what they are running from, and to, and why. James Thurber. All men are created equal. Thomas Jefferson. All men who have achieved great things have been great dreamers. Orison Swett. Marden. All people are made of dreams. Walt Whitman. All that we are is the result of what we have thought. Buddha. All that is gold does not glitter. Not all those who wander are lost. J.R.R. Tolkien. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, and then success is sure. Mark Twain. All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney.
Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Anne Lamott. Always aim at complete harmony of thought and word and deed. Always aim at purifying your thoughts and everything will be well. Mahatma Gandhi. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other one thing. Abraham Lincoln. Always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. Og Mandino. Always laugh when you can. It is cheap medicine. Lord Byron. Always remember that you are absolutely unique, just like everyone else. Margaret Mead. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Proverb. An error doesn't become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. John F. Kennedy. An education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. An intelligent enemy is better than a foolish friend. Plato. An investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. Benjamin Franklin. An obstacle is often a stepping stone. William Prescott. An optimist is a person who sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Winston Churchill.